Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the second Endgame trailer. I covered most of it, but nonetheless, there's still more things I want to get off my chest about the trailer. Um, yeah, people are okay, so few things. Gosh, what were they? Oh yeah, I remember. So as far as different battles, different places, people are throwing around that the whole scene with Ant-Man, Nebula, and Cap are in the same place. Totally agree with that, but as far as where, people are saying maybe it's like a junkyard and maybe it's the Avengers Tower. That might be interesting. But as far as why, I have a theory as to why. If it's the Avengers Tower, I think I have an explanation, and I'm going to talk about that. So I think the quantum realm stuff, I feel like would come first. I feel like Thanos is done. I think Thanos has a goal. He did his goal. I think there's no reason for him to come back and go against the Avengers. I think that's something you have to understand is that I don't think it's for him to want to go against the Avengers. I think the Avengers used the quantum realm to time travel back to this Battle of New York, and I think they'd get the Tesseract. They'd get maybe the Mind Stone, maybe the Space Stone, maybe both. Obviously, then it disappears from the gauntlet, and Thanos is like, shit. Actually, no. Wouldn't that change time? But he has the time stone. So he gets the time. Gosh, how? Okay, now I forgot it. So maybe he gets the time stone. Maybe he figures out and decides, okay, forget about it. Forget my theory even existed. I'm gonna change it all up. I'm gonna say it's not interesting. I'm gonna say I have another way that could happen because now I'm thinking about it. If they took the Tesseract and the Mind Stone, right? Because that's where the scepter is. Excuse me. I don't know if that really makes sense because that would Thanos couldn't snap, so it didn't really work. So maybe he followed. Maybe it was a different planet. Because remember, and one of the things that happened in that leak thing was it talked about Nebula saying that he knew where Thanos is. It could be Titan 2. Think about that. He could go to Titan 2. That could be where the final battle is. It takes place there. They try to pull his glove off. It doesn't work. And that's when quantum realm plays a factor. They're like, shoot, it didn't work. We need to use quantum realm. Maybe someone loses their life. I don't know. That's another way all this could come down. That's probably like way one. Way two, quantum realm. I think quantum realm's definitely gonna be used. I just gotta pinpoint when it's gonna be used. Like what? Definitely, maybe middle act. Well, I think the quantum realm suit, maybe it's definitely used for time travel, but like where? I think that's something. What if it's not time travel? What if it? Because they said space and time vortex, so it doesn't have to be time travel. It it can be space time travel, not space travel. Travel through space. I think through the quantum realm. I think quantum realm is definitely to be utilized. But as far as exactly how, that's definitely a mystery. But I'm saying maybe it's not time travel, it's space travel. What if they use that to get to place to place? Cause remember, quantum realm is a realm. So there could be other realms. Um, maybe they get to Time Stone somehow. Maybe they get to Doctor Strange. Got the times. There's so many possibilities that I can't go with just one. I'm just throwing out a bunch of different theories. But maybe none of them is right. I think I would love to see them decide, you know what, we're going to fight one last stand against Thanos. I feel like if they'll fight one last stand, they'll use time travel, figure out maybe where Thanos is, as opposed you get the gauntlet and undo the snap. Because I don't really want, because like the way they're showing it, I think, like I said, with a lot of misdirection, the majority of everything we've seen took place in the Avengers Tower. So I don't know exactly why they'd want to focus on the Avengers Tower so much. That's why I'm saying it couldn't be a battle on the Avengers Tower, because the Avengers Tower is still intact. I don't think that I think I feel like Titan 2 might be the most definite place. But again, remember we saw the pencil sticking around. Remember Ant-Man still had a pencil? So there wouldn't just be a pencil hanging around in Titan 2. So again, you suspect maybe it's not. Maybe it's Xandar. Why would it be Xandar? Because that's the first place Thanos went. First place, because maybe, think about it. They didn't show Xandar. Thanos going to Xandar. Obviously, people could say, oh, because they didn't have time to. What if there's a more specific reason? What if they're saving the Battle of Xandar? Maybe there's a specific reason. They go to Xandar. That's the place he is. And maybe time travel, the quantum realm, is not used to change all that, but to go to Xandar. To Xandar. And maybe that's what the battle is. Broken up, like destructive Xandar, and all of them are there. But that's still, again, doesn't explain stuff, because remember, in that battle, they're not wearing quantum realm suits. So again, you kind of have to understand, like, the context of it. They're not, they have to explain where the quantum realm plays in factors. That's where it's kind of like guessing scenario. So I mean, there's so many weird places to go. Another thing, it's interesting. Thanos is like interesting here because he's really not seems to be a big part of it. Obviously, I'm definitely agreeing with that theory that this is only the first. Not theory, I should say. That this is definitely the first, maybe like 30 minutes of the movie. I think because number one, we don't see anything in the past. We only see present, as far as we know. We only see present as far as we know. I definitely think I don't want it to be an Avengers battle in the Avengers battle in the Avengers Tower. I just don't want it because I don't know why. I just feel like that it doesn't appeal to me as much as going to another planet. That's kind of what he's all about, Thanos. So that's kind of what he's all about. I feel like that's kind of what I'm most excited about. So I definitely think first 30 minutes, but I never think that would be probably the end battle. I would hope that would be the end battle. The quantum realm would be kind of the middle ground ish, kind of like Iron Man. I think, or not Iron Man, kind of like the big Iron. Think about it. Iron Man. Think about Iron Man. So I bet Iron Man, like as in the movie, I think Iron Man the movie. Think about it. Tony's probably gonna be able to get out of there probably about the same time he got out of the cave in Iron Man. Probably about that. He probably gets back to Earth. That might be maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I don't really know. But as far as Hawkeye comes in, that I feel like is gonna be after Tony comes in because I feel like Nebula would be able to offer. I think Nebula would give that assurance that there's a possible way to do it, because I feel like up until that point they're like kind of like okay, but they truly don't know. They're truly not sure. So, again, that's like a bunch of different things where it's like, are they sure? Nobody really knows. Cap doesn't have a beard. Here he has a beard. Here this happens, that happens. So a lot of things I'm not really sure about. But ultimately, sometimes I'm really excited. So, wow,